Hi there, welcome to Geoterrics Outdoors Australia. Just got delivered a Bear Grylls branded Gerber knife. This came in the mail, ordered from Wish. Here's the ad, and I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go because I've got the other survival knife, and I thought I'd see what Bear Grylls has put together with the Gerber brand. Fairly impressed with the overall appearance. One thing that I'm noticing here, it has a completely removable backing for the sheath, but still has the sheath. So I think that's quite a reasonable feature. I'm just sort of wondering why you would do that. So the bottom part can be secured to this sheath, which has some info on the bottom. I suppose that's helpful. You have the ability to lock the blade in with a Velcro there. On here you have a little whistle. Well, that's not particularly good. Okay, might be able to cut that off. Let me see if I can use the knife to do that. Okay, that's disappointing. So let's have a look at the knife itself. It's branded with Bear's logo there, Bear Grylls. I've seen him use his gear on some of his documentaries, and some of it's actually, it looks fairly impressive. As far as blades go, this is not a particularly long cutting edge, but given what you'd be cutting, possibly skinning, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. You've got a serrated edge there, which has still got an edge on it, which can be used for cutting, and that's as you can see, that's a wedge shape. Again, if you're going to be trying to sharpen that, you're going to need to come at it at an angle. If you had to do that from two, it wouldn't be very helpful, and the only way you're really going to sharpen that is with a round file. The handle is not, well, the tang may go through, it's no way of knowing, but it's got a good non-slip plastic handle with the BG, Bear Grylls logo on both sides. It has a fairly decent end there, pommel, and that looks quite handy for striking and breaking. It has a lanyard on the end, which doesn't actually come around. It's not long enough to come around, or just long enough to come around to keep the handle in place if you have smaller hands than mine. One of the other features of the knife is the flint, and that section there of the knife is the actual striker. So what I'll do, I'll get a pan here and just give you, it's striking fairly well, and taking a little bit out of the flint, which is to be expected. These things don't last forever. And that actually slots back into the sheath, and there's a little lock there, unlike the other Wish survival knife. This is possibly a little bit better. So taking the Velcro off the bottom here, there's another section there which I thought originally was to hang onto your belt. I'm not sure if that would be a belt handle, possibly go through some webbing, and and I'm feeling here this is some sort of abrasive material here. Not exactly sure what that is, and it's not showing me on the instructions what that is. Hey Bear, if you're watching this video, maybe you can put it in the description. So what it's got, which I'm also fairly impressed with in a superficial sort of way, is a bit of information on rescue and survival. So protection, clothing, shelter, shows you a couple of different shelter types. I'm not quite sure what that has to do with the knife. Maybe you can use this knife to dig a snow pit or build an A-frame lean-to. This is all very interesting. It shows you how you can use batteries. It doesn't actually show you how you can use the flint and the knife, which is really counterproductive. It's got about navigation, snares, traps. Yeah, it's just not related to the knife. All very helpful, very handy. Thanks Bear Grylls for that information. I've seen these reviewed on YouTube. There's a fair amount around. I'm not trying to compete with anyone. I'm just showing this as the knife that I've got and review for my gear and my uses. We'll see how it turns out actually. But I'll take it outside into the outdoors and give it a trial, and we'll see what it performs like. Before I do that, however, what I'm going to do with future stuff, I'm actually going to standardize some of this testing. I have a standard, well, I have a piece of pine here. This is an offcut from a project that I'm currently working on. What I thought I'd do is, before we go outside, is actually gauge the performance of this knife on a standard piece of timber. But on the standard piece, it's shaving off pine quite well. Alright, enough talk. Let's go out and see what it looks like and performs like out in the bush. Okay, so out in the bush here, I've discovered that this is a little bit of a problem getting out of the sheath. I'll just show you the detail. Because it locks away, it doesn't want to come out. So I've actually had a bit of practice and cut myself in the practice. What I need to do is grab it here and pull it out and make sure nothing else is in the way. Look, as far as the knife goes, the review I did in the workshop, I stand by that. It's got a good feel. It's not too heavy, but it's got enough weight. It's got a good thickness to cut well. Feels good in the hand. It's got the added feature of the striker, but again, you've got to make sure you clip that away, because just before I didn't clip it away and dropped out, and luckily we heard it drop. So all in all, I'm gonna give this a 3.75 out of 5. We've seen it cut a standard piece of wood. It's all very convenient. Bear Grylls has put his name behind it, and there's got to be a reason for that. So I'm thinking that if Bear's happy with it, that's good for Bear. It's going to do most of the things I need it to do in the environments I need it to do in, but I'm more inclined to take it off my belt and put it in my bag, so in case things aren't clipped away, I'm not going to lose them. I do have a knife that I'm going to put on my side, and I'll show you that in another video and put the link up over there. But anyway, that's it for me, a 3.75 out of 5. If you've enjoyed this video, please share with like-minded friends. Please give us a comment, give us a thumbs up. Most important, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.